Alright, so today we're going to talk about lenses. There's two types, there's concave and convex, and we're mainly going to be looking at convex lenses. Here are parts, they're going to be very similar to mirrors, which we've already talked about. So we have the optical center, which is the center of the mirror. We have the focal point, which is this F behind the lens. And then we have P, which again we're going to be using this as well with lenses. So looking at the steps, again, we're going to be using these same steps to draw the ray diagrams, but this time it's going to be for a convex lens. Into the lens, we have parallel to P. So very similar to mirrors, our first ray is going to be parallel to P. What's different about the lens and mirrors is it's not going to reflect back. It's going to go through the lens because light goes through a lens. So instead of reflecting back, it's actually going to go out of the lens, and it's going to go out the lens through F. So we're going to again show you an example of how that is going to look. Your second incident ray is going to go through F, and then it's going to keep going straight. And again, anytime you're drawing your incident rays, which are the rays right here, you're going to start at the top of the object always. So we're going to do an example. Alright, so here is the example. We have the image and we have the convex lens, and we're going to do the first incident ray, which again is a straight line from the top of the arrow to the lens, and we're going to stop once we get to the center of the lens. So parallel to P is your first ray, and then once you get to the center of the lens, it's going to go through the lens and go through F. And that F is the F behind the lens. So parallel P through F is your first incident ray and your first ray that goes through the lens. And the second ray, incident ray, is going to be starting at the top of the object, and you're going to go through O. So once you get to O, you're going to keep going straight. And eventually these lines are going to connect over here, and that is what your image is going to look like. So it is located, it shouldn't say between, it's just going to be behind F. Or you could say to the right. Is it real or virtual? So for lenses, anything on this side of the lens is considered real, and then anything on this side of the lens is considered virtual. So it connected on our real side, so we would consider that a real image. Is it upright or inverted? So again, looking at the original arrow, it was pointed up, and now the arrow is going to be looking like it's pointing down. So it is inverted, meaning it would appear upside down. And then finally, looking at size, it is hard to tell because my drawing is not that great, but again, you would look at the original arrow and compare it to the size that you have here, and that was going to be enlarged. So now what you're going to do is take those steps and use those to complete the practice worksheet.